What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Thank you for that alarm, Tyler, Devin. So pretty much, let's go ahead and I'm going to start sharing my screen. Actually, I think that is what I'm doing. Wanted to break down a couple stocks that I'm watching pre-market hours, and then wanted to talk about the main topic. I'm going to give it a couple seconds for everyone to start tuning in. For all those that are joining us for the first time, I have a group. It's TechBot Solutions. If you want to join a networking platform, again, a free networking platform, it's a Facebook group. It's the 5th or 6th link in the description. It says free Facebook group. You're able to network and share best practices and share mistakes with over 51,000 members. It's a free Facebook group. Feel free to join, and then it will guide you on over to this top pinned post. If you're having trouble staying connected, and you simply watch these how to get started videos, and it will show you step by step on how to get started. I do have over 500 videos that talk about, my best practices, my mistakes, what it is that I do when it comes down to investing in the stock market, and all the different markets that I choose to invest in. If you want to have a little bit more of a structured format and learn in a little bit less than 6 hours, it's the first link in the description that will guide you on over to my mentorship. But most importantly, let's talk about what's currently trending right now. AMD was one of the top stocks that we were looking at because of this huge drop that it had after its earnings. I bought in a little bit too early. I had a support at $12.50. My average right now is at $12.66, and I'm going long on this one. I actually plan on trading this one and holding it until it actually breaks $13. Ricky, how are you sure that it's going to break $13? I am not 100% sure, as you can never be 100% sure about anything when it comes down to investing in the stock market. But something that I do know is that AMD is a multi-billion-dollar company, and with a 180-day analysis, we could see that $12 is a very solid support. Has it broken above or below $12? Yes, multiple times, right? Not multiple times, but $12 is a pretty good and solid support. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. And we're starting to see that little cup trend that it's starting to build. Therefore, it's starting to build up some upward momentum. MACD indicators already started to curve back in. RSI is indicating that it's oversold. If you're looking for a stock that's a good quality trade, you don't have time to trade every single day, this is one that you might want to add to your watch list. I'm not here to tell you what to buy. I'm not here to tell you when to sell. It's for you to be able to identify a margin of profit that's worth taking. And if you see value in it, then great. Let me give you a very brief example of why I think this one offers so much potential based on the current price point that it's at right now. $12 to $13.50. That's about 10% potential. We have a couple people in my mentorship program that don't have time to day trade every single day, and their targets are about 5% a week. Therefore, something that they can take one position on with a $10,000 account and lock in 10%, being able to make that $1,000 within a 2-week basis and only focus on quality stocks that, are indicating signs of an uptrend. We got to wait for that confirmation. And what's that confirmation? Once it breaks above the EMA, and that's going to be around $12.50. So we have to be patient and we have to be disciplined. Now let's go ahead and move on to the following one. We called out CX quite a while ago after its earnings report. It still performed pretty well. CX is more of a long-term trade. Why is that? Well, let's actually zoom out a little bit. Oh, not enough. My goodness. I have to go to a 1-year analysis. This is just basically me trading based on a 1-year trend, or looking at a 1-year analysis. Previous support at $8, waiting for the confirmation, then the break above EMA, and really waiting for this kind of like cup EMA to trend, and then for it to break above the EMA line and really start trending up. That's what we're waiting for when it comes down to this. I first originally said I'm waiting for the break above 830. Now I'm going to wait for more of it. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative and wait until the break above 850. 850 is a previous support. I want to make sure that we break that and we can gap up all the way up to 950. 11% profit. Ask yourself, am I here to trade every single day and try to lock in 1 or 2%, which is 100% a goal to have if that's what it is? Or because of your work schedule, is it more ideal or more realistic for you to focus on quality stocks with real trends, be patient on when it actually hits that specific price point, which then you can later sell for a profit? EGLT. EGLT is one that Tom called out. He's one of our traders in the mentorship program, and he's one that did a very good job identifying a trend. This is a pattern. So does this mean that 100% EGLT was going to bounce at $1? No, and this is why when people ask how to identify when a good buy point is, you have to wait for a confirmation, at least in my experience. Has a resistance at 150, support at $1, where it bounces at. It confirmed the support and started trending up and breaking above EMA. Great. We waited for the confirmation. I called this one out when it was at 97 cents. There was no confirmation yet. Now we're breaking 110 and we're hitting highs of 115. During pre-market hours, if I'm not mistaken, it's trading at 114 or 112. Again, nothing crazy. Pre-market hours doesn't really mean anything if you did not hold it overnight and hit highs of 114. All we want to continue to see EGLT to do is to not break below the 105 price point or 107 price point. We want to continue to see that upward staircase. So big picture, as long as we continue to see EGLT intraday, just like we played it yesterday, intraday. I'm sorry, yesterday was actually not one of the best plays. We had a couple traders lock in profits yesterday right as the market opened because it opens pretty strong. But if we look at a 3-day analysis, and let me zoom out all the way. There's no point for my level 2 to be out right now. One of the things that we focus on is that it reacts very well to the VWAP indicators. If you don't know what that is, you might want to watch one of my videos on it, or you can just search YouTube for it. But what it does very well, it bounces pretty nicely off the golden VWAP, hits a little bit of a resistance, and we waited for the break above EMA intraday because this was not going to be a swing trade, although it does have swing trade potential. I'm waiting for more of a confirmation. It hit highs of 115. We had traders lock it in at 112 because that was the price point that it hit, for highs of day earlier that day. So again, a lot of intraday potential without you having to risk anything overnight. Today's Friday. You have to ask yourself, before you take a position, what's your plan? What's your goal for today? Is it 2, 3, 5%? Regardless of what it is, then you should only take positions that work towards that goal. I love ESPR. The reason why is because yesterday when it came down to actually playing it, when it came down to the support that it had at 43, the resistance that it had at 44, very simple intraday play, nothing crazy. We waited for the pullback, the bounce off the golden VWAP. I waited for the break above the EMA. I called it out, 10, 15 minutes in advance in the private group chats that we have going on. Bought in and then was able to sell a little bit before $44 because I saw a resistance end up coming up. So it's doing the same thing. It's hitting a resistance at around $44. Do you guys want to know why I see so much potential in ESPR? Previous trend, previous support, right? We're waiting for the confirmation for this EMA line to start catching up and then for there to be a break above $45 to $46. What's the potential? If I'm patient enough and I wait for the break above the EMA, just like it's done here and like it's done here, a very common resistance, like I don't need to sell all the way up here. Realistically, I'd be more than comfortable selling at $50. I don't think that's far-fetched. So if I buy in at around 56.60, let's say 50.45.60, my potential profit to sell about $50 is almost 10%. I think that's pretty solid for a week's trading, especially if I'm going to be taking $10,000 to $15,000 position sizes. An extra $1,000 to $1,500 is not bad, especially when you're focusing on quality picks. And instead of trading every single day, I take one position and I could achieve that goal because I'm focusing on quality and investing in stocks with an uptrend, and I'm waiting for the confirmation. And that's the type of approach that we're taking when it comes down to the mentorship and everything else that we choose to trade within, within the week. So GNC had a huge drop. So what does that mean? It means that it offers huge potential intraday. So GNC, if you can see after its earnings, had a huge drop from highs of 828. This is one that I called out, and right before its earnings, I ended up selling at highs of 815. So I ended up, actually cutting my losses because my entry was 820. But the reason why was I didn't want to hold it after its earnings. Had this huge drop to 660. So now we have a new support, and yesterday I had a huge rush. And this is something that I'm going to wait for. Yesterday I called it out with the break at 720. Had a huge rush all the way up to highs of 770. That was over 7%. This is an intraday play, which means that it's a quick in and out. And if you're not familiar with how to trade or how to identify a good buy point or sell point, then it would probably not be the best decision. More of these day trades. They're a little bit more risky, as well as they require just a little bit more knowledge when it comes down to how to buy and sell. I want to make sure that I guide you guys in the right direction, and that if you don't understand if you're getting in at a good buy, then it's probably not the best idea for you to get started right now, right away with day trades. Focus a little bit more on building your foundation, and then you can build off of that. But definitely I'm keeping my eyes on GNC. I want to see how it reacts as the market opens. So let's talk about GoPro. GoPro finally broke above $10. What was I telling you guys for this past week? You guys can watch my Sunday Stock Talk video. We looked at 180-day analysis. It's starting to show signs of an uptrend. Why did I know that? I didn't 100%. It had a pump, it had a pullback, it consolidated, it had a pump, it had a pullback, it started to consolidate, and that's why I saw potential. I saw this upward staircase, broke the 950 resistance, and then it broke $10. It's starting to show signs of an uptrend. It is coming up on an earnings, so I say, the sooner the better you guys lock in profits on this, it would be ideal. I don't feel comfortable holding, stocks over its earnings. If you feel comfortable with GoPro, I'm not here to tell you where to buy and sell. I just know that there's going to be somewhat of a resistance at 1050, and there's going to be somewhat of a resistance at $11. I called out GoPro and I see so much value in it, but I still will not hold it over its earnings report. The reason why, AMD, the one that dropped 12% overnight from 14 down to 1250, had positive earnings, but its expectations and its guidance was not what their true investors wanted or expected. So therefore, that's why it saw a huge drop. That's not something that I want for GoPro. I see a lot of potential for GoPro, but it doesn't mean that I'm willing to risk 10 to 15% of a drop just because of what I believe in. It's making sure that I understand the risk involved. IMDZ, still around that $4 price point. The reason that I see value in it, I think you guys could have seen that, has a huge potential to curve back up, waiting for the confirmation. The break above 450 or above $5 for it to break above the EMA. TACO, this is one that we called out. This is Del Taco for all my taco fans. That was so bad. I'm so sorry. I like Taco Bell, actually. So I'm waiting for the break above $12.85 to $13 for it to really build that cup trend. I'm not in any rush. I know that it offers a lot of margin of profit to recover, even to $14. Multi-million, if not billion-dollar company, and has a lot of margin to recover. MACD indicator signaled that it was a good time to buy. I don't really think that means anything. Because it hasn't shown really any true signs of an uptrend. It's kind of just been consolidating there, so holding off on that. Let's talk about UGAZ, the one that you guys have most likely been watching this whole thing for. People were asking me, and this is what I want to end it on. People are asking me, hey, UGAZ, DGAZ is the inverse of UGAZ. So if you don't know what that is, DGAZ is actually the one that's trending up right now. So it's at its peak at about $30 resistance. So we can look at 180-day analysis and see that, wow, DGAZ is at a very high point based on 180-day analysis. I agree. It's almost overbought, right? Makes sense. But it's been on a continuous uptrend. So who am I to say that UGAZ is going to bounce? It's been showing no indication for a potential bounce. And that's why when people were asking me yesterday, intraday, hey, would you hold UGAZ at that $10 price point that it was at yesterday? It looks like it's about to bounce. I said, just wait for the confirmation. It's the confirmation and the patience that if a stock is trending down for a series of days, just like JNUG, who are you to say that this thing is going to bounce? We're nobody, right? We have no indication that this thing is going to bounce. Let's wait for the confirmation. This offers great intraday potential to hold this overnight. And once it starts breaking resistance levels consistently, then I would consider, swing trading it. Until then, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to take what it can offer intraday. And I think that this thing offers potential from 920 all the way up to that 980 resistance. So about 6% potential. Market just opened. Take it easy, guys. In the group chat, again, all the links are in the description. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my goodness. EGLT, boom. Just kidding, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Please play it safe. Again, we have 3 rules within Technical Solutions. Don't invest in what you don't understand. Don't invest based on other people's opinion. Again, no one's there to tell you where to buy and to sell. Please build your foundation. And like always, guys, always have a plan when investing. Let your passion be what drives you in your success. And like always, guys, we will, oh my goodness, I can't even speak right now. I'm too excited. Like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Join us in the voice chat in the Technical Solutions main chat. I'll be there in about 30 minutes.